Hi, I'm Stephen, and 6 years ago I started a channel where, to start with, I just made videos like this. I grabbed an action camera and off I went, me and the camera, exploring the wild, wonderful and beautiful places and races and things, and meeting different people that I encountered as I was out and about in Northern Ireland. Fast forward 6 years and that channel now has over 80,000 subscribers, and the videos I make on it are generally no longer that simple. Often there's research and scripting involved and planning, and at the very least a lot more cameras, production values higher, and those simple videos that I made at the start just don't really work anymore. They don't really perform. They fail to reach a wider audience. So a few things happened because of this, but the main one was that my fitness actually went through the floor, because one of the reasons I enjoyed making those simple videos early on was that I got to share those locations with people. And when I've got a camera with me, I always feel like I've got some friends with me. Future friends, as I've started calling them. I really do feel that when I have a camera and I look in the lens, to me there's somebody, hello, there's somebody in there with me. And I find that really motivating. It got me out running, it kept me fit. And now that I stopped making those sorts of videos, my fitness has gone down. So this channel is an attempt to recapture some of that joy and simplicity of that, of how my channel, my main channel started. Simple videos, simple edits. I might not even put any music in here, but just taking you on a little bit of adventure. And I'll maybe put some of my, maybe some kit reviews and some actual race videos on this channel as well. So if you're interested in sort of other adventures, you can go check out my main channel. But for today, let's go for a run around one of my favourite places in the world, Glenariff Forest Park in Northern Ireland. Right, let me show you the route. We are currently here, so we're going to run the waterfall route down to the waterfalls along here, amazing waterfalls, and then climb up this horrible vomit-inducing bit, up this bit, round. Maps aren't this that interesting. Let's just go. Ooh, look at this old gnarly tree. This run starts with a nice bit of downhill to some unbelievably beautiful waterfalls. Hi tree! This is one of the best times of year to come to Glenariff, because the colours are just starting to change, but there's still enough leaves on the trees. Yeah, autumn. Something I'd like to do with these videos is that I at least have some kind of topic that I can talk about when I'm out running. My plan is I could probably do one of these a week, maybe. We'll see if I keep the edits super simple. But what I want you to do is, in the comments, give me ideas for topics that I could talk about. Hello, Hat. Whoa. Look over here. Woo! What do you think of that? This is my favorite part. There's a boardwalk now. Runs right alongside the river. I'll shut up. Let's just quietly enjoy this bit. Ooh. Landslide. Let's try a fancy shot here. That wasn't quite as smooth as I hoped it would be. We're going this way. Shortcut. Tripped on my face there. Right, here's the other waterfall. It's not bad. I now have an incredibly steep climb to do. This is up above the waterfall. Right, I'm losing the windbreaker layer because it gets steep. It gets really steep up ahead. It's a climb that I always use as a good indication of my fitness, because when I'm well trained, I can run up it without stopping. But I don't have particularly high hopes, and my running coach here, Running Rat, has not been particularly encouraging. Hi trees, I love these two trees because they are massive. Okay, this open bit marks the start of where it gets really steep, so how far can I get? I'm just picking a tree. I run to the tree. I made it to the tree. Can I get to the corner? It's getting steeper. Steeper. No, I can't. It doesn't help that I've got exercise-induced asthma. Exercise, it's good for you. It'll also stop you breathing. Here's another. There's a lot of trees in this video. This is another one of my favourite two trees. These massive beech trees. They're absolutely... Yeah, this one definitely looks wider than me. It does frustrate me endlessly that this camera does not show how steep this is. It is to my shame that 3 years ago I could have bounded up this relatively easily, because 3 years ago I was doing a lot of mountain running as well, so my ability to run uphill was much better. Does that look steep? Yeah, I mean that's my biggest frustration as the years roll on. As I quickly, rapidly approach my 40s, is I've noticed a huge drop in my ability to retain fitness, and also a huge drop in the benefits I get from training. I think we're used to, like, professional athletes retiring what seems to be quite young. I mean, depending on sport, you get some retire before they hit their 40s. You know, some even retire before they hit their 30s because, you know, they've peaked. So I think in our psyche we have this idea that physical fitness and ability ends at a certain age, but it really doesn't. It's a total myth. Until you're 6 feet under or incapacitated in some way, there isn't really an excuse for not trying to be active if you can. Not everybody has that luxury, and it is a luxury. See up there? That's where we're heading to. There's a lot more climbing to go. Now if we went that way, that would be a bit of a shortcut, but I get all tangled in brambles, it'd be difficult. Ooh. Here's wood sorrel. It tastes like apple skin. I'm kind of using this video as a way to test the camera I'm using. It's the DJI Action 5 Pro. I want to see how it performs because it's really dark in here. So if this looks good, I'm really impressed. Yeah. There's some kind of bird in here. Hey little bird. He's okay. Yuck. This is what my feet say. When I started making running videos, I had a couple of things I was trying to achieve, and one of them was to get that immersive feel for what it's really like to run. One of the limitations I put on myself early on was I was never going to do setup shots, so I was never going to do this. I was never going to put the camera on the ground, run away, and then edit that into the video. And my reason for not wanting to do that was because, as somebody who understands the mechanics of filmmaking, I find that really distracting. So I didn't want to add anything that sort of drew attention to the fact that there's some kind of level of production or planning or intent behind the scenes. I wanted the videos to feel more spontaneous. Still a bit to go. I'm going to do something from now on in the video, and that is I've set the field of view on this to as wide as it goes. This is a much wider view, but it does mean there's a little bit of distortion in the image. But I'd be keen to know if you prefer this view, where you're sort of seeing more of everything, or if you prefer that closer look that I've been using up until now. Another vomit-inducing part of this route. This is a set of, I don't actually know how many steps, but quite a few steps all the way to the top. I'm going to see how many I can get up before I have to walk. So we'll do some breathing first of all. Okay. 50. I feel like my respiratory system definitely took a hit during the pandemic. I caught COVID really early on, like before the vaccines, before anything else. And ever since then, I don't think my breathing has ever been what it used to be. And, ooh, free food. Late bilberries. They're like little tiny blueberries. Ugh. Ugh. I think they might have gone off. Yeah, so I've always had a touch of frost, touch of asthma. But for years it didn't flare up. I had no issues with it at all. And then it started to come back again a little bit. This was maybe 10 years ago. So I had an inhaler that I'd sometimes carry with me when I was running. But then I got COVID, and I felt like I seemed to have chest infection after chest infection. And ever since then, I found I've needed the inhaler, or feel like I've needed the inhaler a lot more than I used to. And especially once you get into colder weather, I just feel everything tightening up. And see, when I stop there, it's just this, it's horrible. It's like this, I suddenly feel like my lungs are about 3 inches deep for a minute or two, and then like I breathe like that, I can feel resistance. I'm not taking my inhaler because there's a downhill bit here, so I'll get a bit of rest. It's not bad enough that I'm gonna, suffocate or die or anything like that, but there's a hint of sunshine over there. This is it. This is it. Right here. This is as high as I'm gonna get today. There's the car park. All the way back over there. So now I've got a 1 kilometer downhill run right up to the top of the glen where there's a beautiful bridge. Sun's coming out even more. So this bit's for me. I'm gonna put the camera away and just enjoy it. I'll see you at the bottom. Here's the bridge. This is another little spot I really like down in here. It's a scene. If you were like an artist, this is an image you would paint, because you got this pool of water, you got a tree here, and you got a little waterfall in the background and the water flowing down through. This is the best view in the forest park. Ta-da! Hang on, I'll zoom in. It looks better when you zoom in. It also looks better in sunny weather when it's actually lit up. But I love this view. This is like the iconic Glenariff view, and it looks different depending on the time of year. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Ah, zebra! there's a road just... I don't think I've ever gone down this bit. Yep, more waterfalls. Woo! This is a nice spot. Let's end the video here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe. Don't forget to comment and ask me what topic you want me to cover in the next video. And I might even go back and go through some of my older running videos. I slipped and fell there. And find ones that I think might be worth re-uploading, because none of them get any views anymore. I made about, I think 200-300, can you believe that? Well, maybe 200 running videos over the course of the last 6 years, and the majority of them don't get any views anymore. And now, so I'll go through and maybe see if there's some good ones in there that I can upload to this channel, and maybe they'll find a new audience. And here's one final little fun fact. This channel, Run with Steve, I created this channel 3 years ago because I thought someday I might get to the point where I'm gonna need to split the channel and split the topics. And the reason I've waited so long is because it's only now that I finally know what it is I want to do with my main channel. So it's only now. Whew, it's only now I feel comfortable splitting them. Right, I'm practically back at the car park. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, and I'll maybe catch you in the next one, which I haven't a clue what it's about, but my hope is this channel and you future friends, that's so cheesy, are going to be the thing that's going to help me get out running on Saturdays again. Because I used to run every Saturday, and I haven't probably for the last 6 months. I just lie in and I don't go out, and I don't know what it is. I just didn't feel like running. Some days I don't feel like running. And I think it might have been because I didn't have a reason. I didn't have my, I'm gonna say it again, my future friends coming with me. There were some Saturdays I went out for a run and I stopped after 15 minutes and just went home. It was just something, I don't know what it was. So hopefully this is me back.